Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're going to see the reaction that Nnamdi Kanu gave when the charges were read out to him. Don't forget that there had been 15 charges against him revolving around treasonable felony and other stuffs. We're going to see what his reaction is and what his legal team did to see how the case can be shifted forward for more planning. And also in the same vein, you're going to hear what happened to Omoyele Sowore when he went to be a part of Kanu's case in Abuja High Court. All of this will be coming in a jiffy. But before we continue, if you're not subscribed, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, on Wednesday pleaded not guilty to the fresh amended 15-count charge of treasonable felony filed against him by the federal government. Kanu, who was brought into the courtroom around 10:15 a.m., said he was innocent of all the allegations leveled against him. He also complained from the dock that some counts in the amended charge were similar. Meanwhile, immediately taking his plea, the prosecution counsel, Shuaibu Labaran, told the Federal High Court that he was ready to proceed with the trial, adding that he brought two witnesses to testify against Kanu. However, Kanu-led counsel Chief Mike Ozekhome told the court that he has on Tuesday evening filed a 43-page preliminary objections for the charge to be quashed and struck out without the matter proceeding to trial. We are further asking that the defendant should be discharged and acquitted, as there is nothing in this charge. It has no basis at all. We also have a motion requesting the court to grant bail to the defendant. Labaran, on his part, argued that Kanu's two applications were not ripe for hearing, stressing that he would require time to go through them so as to be able to respond. In essence, the business of the day cannot be allowed to be truncated by these applications, he argued. In a brief ruling, Justice Nyako said that since Kanu's first application was challenging the propriety of his trial as well as competence of the charge against him, the court ought to hear it first. As for the second motion on the issue of bail, I don't even want to talk about it, at least not at this stage. The court subsequently adjourned till February 16 to hear the pending application. Meanwhile, in a related news, operative of the Nigerian police force have displaced a former presidential aspirant and activist, Omoyele Sowore, and other individuals who were present at the Federal High Court to monitor the arraignment of the leader of the group, the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. It was reported that Sowore, who arrived at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Wednesday morning, was barred from accessing the court premises and was attacked by some hoodlums, after which the security operative began to use their equipment, creating an environment of fear and disarray. It was reported that Sowore, an activist, had on October 21st, 2021, visited the Federal High Court to witness the ongoing trial of Kanu. Sowore, who was also attacked then, blamed the operative of the Department of State Services for the attack on him. I mean, this is really interesting. At this point, I think that Sowore needs to forget about the issue of going to court, especially when the case of Nnamdi Kanu is being tried. But guess what? That's his fundamental human right. He has the right to be at any lawful place as at the time he feels like. You understand? So chasing him and all of that seems not to really hold. All right, but it's important we look at the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. It's been shifted to February 16, and that's when the court case will hold. And right now, there is a lot of reactions coming in from different quarters about the issues that they have raised against him. Don't forget that before now, it was just 7-point charge against him, and it will revolve around treasonable felony. But right now, they've also brought in terrorism, and the big question is, why is that one being added? I know that Shaibu Labaran will also throw more light on it. And also, I believe that after the response from the senior advocate of Nigeria, Mike Ozekhome, we can now know what the judge will do, because the judge, Michael Ozekhome, had told the judge that he has a huge, I think, 47-page, reaction or response to whatever that was brought against Nnamdi Kanu. And according to him, he said that after then it will be trashed. So, which therefore mean he has looked at all the cases that have been brought up against Nnamdi Kanu, all the charges that have been brought up against him, and he has seen that none of them hold water in the eyes of the law, because whatever thing that is going to be doing will revolve around what the Constitution says, what the law of Nigeria also say. From all indication, it seems as if Nnamdi Kanu will come out of this whole case unscratched, except there will be other things that will be brought up. Don't also forget that there had been some evidence which they brought in, actually based on what happened today in court. That evidence was supposed to be read out today, and some of them were supposed to be played, because according to what we heard, there was some digital equipment that were brought into the court, and also some huge amount of documents, and it pointed to some of the things that Nnamdi Kanu had done. But I believe that with the step taken by Mike Ozekhome, a lot of those things may not be heard. You understand? But however, let's also look at what Nigerians have to say about this is. Someone here says the senior advocate of Nigeria is standing very strong for Nnamdi Kanu. Some time ago, he salvaged some of the Igbo people, like the actor that was arrested with Biafran flag. I'm hopeful that he is going to salvage Nnamdi Kanu. Another one here says this case is very technical. I think that is why Mike Ozekhome, the senior advocate of Nigeria, is approaching it the way he is doing currently. Another one here says all victory at the end of the day will go to Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever that had happened, he was only complaining of the ill treatment and the marginalization meted out to the Ndibos. He has not done anything, and I feel at this point that the elders of Igbo should rally around him and also should meet the president to talk over this case. Someone here says this issue of judicial process for Nnamdi Kanu's case may end up in his own favor. You can imagine what had happened in Abia State, where the federal government have been charged with a whooping sum of 1 billion naira. May this one also not turn out against them. See people complaining there. Another one here says there is no need to be troubled about this case. With the senior advocate of Nigeria in charge and with relevant information given to him, the case will be finally put to rest, and Nnamdi Kanu will travel back to UK. I don't know. Another person here says some of the prophecies of some men of God are gradually showing some signs that they will come to pass. Remember that a prophet, a Yoruba prophet, told us that Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igbo,